In the 3 million years we've been away, it is my fond hope that mankind has abolished war, cured all disease, and got rid of those little Western saloon doors you get in trendy clothes shops.
Jack, you never know exactly what's going to happen next, but a card counter can certainly increase the odds in his favor. Frankly, this feels like hitting on an 18.
It's more like doubling down against a 10.
Hold on, this is the place. This is where it happened.
You were supposed to come unarmed.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
How's the patient, Doctor?
Well, from what I can tell, he seems to be suffering from a kind of lymphatic cancer. There's not a lot I can do for him here.
Have you detected any physical anomalies that might be related to his visions? Sorry, force of habit.
Well, I don't really have the equipment with me that's necessary to make that kind of analysis.
All right, why don't you bring him back?
Understood. Just so we're clear, are we doing this to try and save his life or to study him?
I'll have the infirmary prepped and ready for your arrival. Carter out.
So much for trust.
You tried to ambush us.
I had no intention of causing you harm, but I could not guarantee your cooperation simply by throwing myself at your mercy. My intent was to have this discussion on neutral ground.
A discussion?
The reason for my contacting you. I require your help. We worked together once before.
Doesn't mean I want to do it again.
You will.
No more predictions. Just what I need.
As you know, Wraith are at war. I believe you refer to our enemy as the Replicators.
Sounds vaguely familiar.
Well, we have a weapon. A virus that was designed to reset their attack directive, causing them to stand down and return to their planet. At present, it is not working.
Get to the part where we care.
It is well known among the Wraith that Dr. McKay made certain changes to the Replicator base code, opening the door for them to alter their own programming. Well, knowingly or not, they have since repaired the weakness our virus exploited, which means in order to get it working again, I need to know the changes Dr. McKay made.
Now here's the part you're not getting. We're glad they're kicking your ass.
Only because you are as yet unaware of their new tactic.
What are you talking about?
They realized we have a significant vulnerability. Our food supply. They have begun to annihilate human worlds.
You think he's telling the truth?
They gave us an address. Claims it was a human planet the Replicators destroyed.
Is it in the database?
M5S768. We visited it last year. It was a thriving pre-industrial society.
Send him out.
Okay. Receiving MALP telemetry. Here we go. No life signs.
How do we know the Wraith didn't do that?
The MALP's detecting residual radiation. Energy signatures consistent with replicator weapons fire. He's telling the truth.
How many people lived on that planet?
Estimated somewhere between 50 and 75,000.
What does the machine do?
Scans the cells in his body and reports any abnormalities. Hopefully it'll help us figure out exactly what's wrong with him.
And then you'll be able to cure him?
I'll do my best.
You'll have to forgive her, Doctor. She's not used to dealing with uncertainty. I may have spoiled her in that regard.
Yeah, I've heard about your gift. It's remarkable.
I can see many things. But unfortunately, my own fate remains hidden from me.
If we hadn't deactivated the attack code, this never would have happened.
It was my call, Rodney.
But it was my idea. But we had a ZPM, we had Elizabeth. All we had to do was leave, but I opened my big mouth.
You never could have known it was going to go this way.
No, we don't know that for sure. Look, remember the nanovirus that caused the fatal aneurysms? I always suspected the replicators were behind it.
Yeah, but you never proved it.
Yeah, but we know how they feel about the humans. They think we were a mistake. Look, we should have seen something like this coming.
John, Rodney, I know this news is hard for us to accept, but right now we need to focus, figure out what our next step is.
I suppose the most obvious solution would be to shut down the attack code again.
Can we do that?
As we've done before, just not by us.
By the Wraith.
Yes.
And what about our prisoner? What exactly is he proposing?
Well, he claims to have the original virus that deactivated the attack code the first time. It's not working this time around because of the changes we made to the replicator base code. Theoretically, knowing what we know and knowing what they know, we should be able to work together to shut them down again.
Well, obviously that's out of the question. Do I really have to remind everyone what happened the last time we cooperated with the Wraith?
The circumstances have changed, and what happened to non-interference?
As you said, the circumstances have changed. Colonel Shepard, you've had the most experience dealing with the Wraith. Do you seriously think this is a good idea?
I think it's not your call.
I need to contact my superiors.
Just been confirmed. 2 more worlds have been destroyed, that makes 3.
How many dead?
Well, it's just an estimate.
How many?
150,000.
And this is just the beginning, isn't it? There's no reason to assume they're going to stop.
No. What about Woolsey?
He's contacted the IOA. They're taking the matter under advisement.
Oh, well, they're good at that. They'll bicker and argue, but in the end of the day, they're going to leave you holding the bag just like they did with Elizabeth.
Now I know why you didn't want the job. Look, John, Woolsey was right about one thing. You have had more experience with the Wraith than just about anyone. And in particular with this Wraith. You have a history.
Well, it's not like we're dating.
I know we can't trust him, not completely. But what I don't know is whether or not it's worth the risk to play along with him, at least for a little while. You're the only one who can answer that.
Colonel Carter, this is Dr. Keller.
Go ahead.
I've got something you need to see.
I'm on my way. How's he doing?
Not good. He went into convulsions a while ago. I gave him a sedative. Truth is, we got him here too late. All I can do right now is alleviate his symptoms, but whether or not he survives, it's out of my hands. This is what I wanted you to see. This is the result of his brain scan. He's showing abnormally high synaptic activity. It's similar to what happened to Dr. McKay when he encountered that ascension device, only not as extreme. And in his case, it's not advancing. Presumably he's been like that his whole life.
You're saying he was born this way?
He's a genetic accident. 1 in a million, if not more. Oh, by the way, Mr. Woolsey's already asked for a copy of these test results.
I'm sorry, Doctor, but like it or not, this is important information. You may be a window into our own evolutionary future.
Doctor, he's awake.
How are you feeling?
Much better, thank you.
Hi, I'm Colonel Carter.
You are the leader of these people.
Well, the ones on this base, yes.
Not an easy task, I imagine.
Some days are worse than others.
I understand. I myself was in a position of authority back on my home world.
From what I understand, you had a little bit of an advantage.
Believe me, catching glimpses of the future is not always as helpful as you might think. But there is something you should see.